Hey everyone, I'm wishing you all a happy new year, and I'm hoping that you are having a great start to the year so far. So, I'm a spirit channeler and oracle card reader who channels both light and shadow energies in my readings, which means if you are easily triggered, please find yourself another reader. For those of you who still remain, today's reading will be on the topic of how will I meet my next boyfriend or girlfriend? I will be focusing on how, not when. So you have four pals to choose from left to right, pal 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pause the video if you need some more time to choose your pile, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, pal number 1. Welcome to your reading. So, how will you meet your next boyfriend or girlfriend? So, starting off with this marriage card here with the expectation right next to it, I had to take a moment to clarify with my intuition whether or not you were already in a relationship with this person. Now, this is a general reading, so I will say that it is possible that a small percentage of you guys watching this were already in a relationship with this person. But when I clarified, I received that the vast majority of you guys were not in a relationship with this person before. You are currently, or you very recently left a relationship with someone else. So you're very, very recently single, or you are probably currently still in a relationship, but you know that it is coming to an end, and this is why you were watching this pick a card reading. So a lot of you guys were married before, and you are probably going through a divorce or you're in a separation, which makes sense because if you are, even though you're still legally married, if you're also legally separated, you are looking elsewhere now for a new partner. So I feel like some of you are still sort of tied to your old romantic partner in some way. So it could be legalities, or it could be just some sort of strings are still attached to your old romantic partner, or it could just be time wise. Maybe it was just, it's so fresh and it happened not that long ago. So here's the thing, you guys had this romantic partner, you thought that this person was the one, most of you guys married this person or you moved in with this person. Some of you guys, I see that you moved in with this person and now you're currently looking for a new place. So you guys are broken up, but you're still living there, especially with this house card here. A lot of you guys are living with this person, or you just recently moved out, or you're in the process of looking for a new home. So regardless, it ended. So this reading is not about the old person, but the new person that you're going to meet. Remember, I didn't say this is not about when, it's about how you're going to meet your next boyfriend or girlfriend. And the thing is, this person, your next boyfriend or girlfriend, you already know them. They're a friend of yours. Yeah, I'm just going to let that sink in. They are a friend. They could be an old friend who you've lost some contact with. They could be a friend who's very much in your life and you talk to on the regular. Or they could be an acquaintance who you rarely talk to, or you just speak to in passing, just, hi, how are you? How are you today? And okay, have a nice day. See you tomorrow. They could be a coworker. Right? It's someone who you already know. You've already seen them. You've already interacted with them. So the level of interaction is going to vary, right? However, I feel for most of you guys, this person plays a minor role in your life. So that could mean that you have severely friend zoned them, where you're severely overlooking them. Or it could just mean that this person is an acquaintance or a casual friend or a friend of a friend or a coworker or something. So you're not very close with them. You're not super familiar with them. You don't really know much about them other than the small talk that you guys have had already. And that's what I feel like it is for the majority of you guys. But for some of you guys, this is a close friend of yours who you've actually friend zoned. But for the majority of you guys, this is a minor person who is currently in your life, who you have interacted with in the past, or who you interact with regularly, but in a small capacity, in a very formal capacity, right? So this person is going to be your next romantic partner. So this person could be younger than you, which is another reason why you might be overlooking them. They could also be shorter than you. They could also make less money than you. They could be newer to the company. If you work with this person, say they came into the company rather recently, and you thought that, oh, they're kind of cute, but of course you kept it professional, and they're maybe in a different department, or they work on the other side of the building, the office building, and you never really spoke to them, or you just say hi and bye, or they're a friend of a friend, and you saw them pop up at one of your friends' birthday parties maybe last year, and you guys exchanged social medias, but other than that, that's it. You didn't exchange numbers, you don't really talk. So you overlooked them, but you did notice that they were kind of cute. And this person definitely did notice the same about you. They see you as really wife material, and I'm gonna of course make the genders resonate. If you're a male watching this, they'll see you as husband material, but I'm picking up more of a younger or less experienced, or not so confident male with a very mature, fertile, probably older, but just more confident female. So make the genders resonate as you will, but I'm going to continue speaking in those terms. So for most of you guys, yeah, they might be a few years younger than you, actually. Some of them might actually have red hair. So anyways, so you're going to meet, well, you already met them. So the question of this reading is, how will you meet them? You've already met them. So you guys are, of course, going to start talking more. And I feel like this person is going to be the one to reach out to you. I feel like they probably already tried in a way, but you were already in a relationship before, or so they held back, or they kind of tried, but you sort of kept it as a friend or an acquaintance type of level, and then they stopped trying, but you were always in the back of their mind. They were just waiting for an opportunity. So if you resonate with just recently having divorced or separated from your current husband or romantic partner, this is why this person has been holding back from really approaching you, because you were married. So make it known, maybe put it out on social media. Usually I wouldn't give this advice, but for this group, make it known, put it out on social media. You're recently separated, or you're recently divorced. Change your status, or just, post a picture or of a flower or something, and make a caption underneath it about, going your separate ways and finding love again, or something, you know what I mean? So that this person will find out that you are single. So if they're also a friend of a friend, make sure that your friends know that you're single, so that they might mention it in passing when they're talking to that friend. But I feel like for most of you guys, you probably already have this person on your social media, if you have social media, but not all of you guys do. So then there's probably someone between you guys, or like I said, they could work with you. So maybe even make it known at work that you are in the process of getting a divorce. So usually, of course, people wouldn't really want to go around exclaiming to the world that they're going through a messy separation and stuff like that. But for you guys, this person needs to hear that you are separating from your husband, your wife, because that's what they're waiting on. So they're going to initiate contact with you after they find this out. And you guys are going to, they may actually give you a phone call. With this answering the call card here, They may actually have your phone number, or they're going to ask their friend, who's the mutual friend, for your phone number or your contact information. Or this could also mean that they'll send you a DM on social media, or they will actually just come up and talk to you if you guys work together, or they may ask you for your phone number. So you guys are going to get some communication from them after you make it known that you are no longer tied to this old romantic partner. So make sure they have your number. Make sure they can contact you on social media. Make sure you're checking your social media DMs. And that's how you're going to meet them. So that's how it's going to, the relationship is going to rekindle, because you already met them. You already know them. And when you guys come together, you're going to come together as equals. Because right now up here, you have this Page of Wands, like I said, next to the Empress. So he's holding back. He wants to approach you, but he's looking for the right opportunity, and he's not as confident as you, because like I said, he's coming off a little younger, but he really does not have to be. It's just in this situation, you are more mature, like in terms of love and relationships. You would just have more confidence. I mean, it kind of makes sense, because if this person has never been married or never been in a long-term relationship, and here you are with a husband, you are the more mature party in a way, right? When it comes to this particular like love situation. So right now you're a little ahead of them in some ways, but by the time you guys get into this relationship, we have the King of Cups here and the Queen of Cups. So the person also, he could be a fire sign or a water sign. That's coming out very heavily. He could be any sign, but it's really heavy fire and water that's coming out for this new romantic prospect. So that's Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, and Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And you could also be a a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So, and they could also be a Libra. So yeah, we have heavy Leo energy here again. So, you're definitely, with this grace and gratitude card, your joy is going to be expanded with this person. You guys are going to be a better match than your last relationship. So don't overlook someone who you already know just because maybe they're a little younger, or they're newer at work and they don't have as much experience, or they don't make as much money as you, or something like that. They're going to meet you on an equal footing when it comes to the love that they're able to offer you, because no one surpasses the King of Cups when it comes to the amount of love that he has to give to his romantic partner, other than, of course, the Queen of Cups, right? And then here you both are literally looking at each other. So yeah, that's how you're going to meet your next boyfriend or girlfriend. So those are your messages. I hope that helped you. Let me know, and I will see you in my next reading. Hello, pal number 2. Welcome to your reading. So, how will you meet your next boyfriend or girlfriend? Okay, this spread, this group, it took me a while to tune into this energy and to really figure out what on earth is going on, because this is rather heavy, and I would hope some of you would comment and let me know if this actually resonates, but in a way I understand if you wouldn't want to, but I would appreciate you letting me know if it did, because this reading is anyways, let me just dive into it so you can understand why I'm sort of not confused, but like hesitant. So here's the thing. Okay, and I just want to start off by saying with the message card here, I pulled a clarifier to figure out what this message was that caused this delay and this bad health. And I got this courthouse to clarify the message. So I'm not going to put it on the table because it's already jam-packed. You got, I think, 2 more cards than the last group. Here's the thing. You guys have gone through some major issue in your past. I'm picking up mental health issues. It could be physical issues. So it could be physical or it could be mental, but I'm really, really picking up mental. You guys may have had an emotional breakdown approximately 2 years ago. Or it could be something that was just in your past, like a childhood of abuse or trauma. Maybe some of you have PTSD or some sort of traumatic disorder. Maybe you have bipolar disorder, or there's some sort of trauma in your past, and something that happened either in your childhood, your early adult life, or maybe around 2 years ago. Here's the thing. You fell ill because of it. You had to drop your work. You couldn't work. If this is a physical illness for some of you, you couldn't depend fully on yourself. You needed assistance. You needed a nurse or a caregiver to help you, or a family member to help you with getting out of bed, getting dressed, and something like that. You may have like broken a leg or some major physical accident, if you don't resonate with this being mental, because this is a general reading, but most of you, this is mental. So some of you ended up in a hospital for however amount of time you had to go to a hospital to receive treatment for these issues, because you had an emotional and a mental breakdown. And so I see like that you are moving on from this. You're no longer in the hospital. You're no longer dependent on assistance from other people. Some of you, this could be just a really, really bad depression. I don't want to say just, because a like manic depressive disorder is really serious. So it could be that. And of course, it was probably triggered by some form of trauma as well, some incident that occurred. So you guys are moving on from this. And a lot of you have actually physically, I'm picking up with this journey card as opposed to the change card, you guys actually physically moved locations. You don't live in the same city that you used to live in where the majority of this trauma happened. But in the very least, you do not live in the same neighborhood where that trauma happened, at the very, very least. But I feel like most of you guys moved cities altogether. Okay, so you guys are definitely healing. There's a lot of healing on this board. We have the 4 of Swords here. You guys have probably picked up meditation and yoga and personal development and self-help. You're probably reading a lot, doing a lot of meditations, watching YouTube videos for personal development and audiobooks and going out in nature and doing everything you can, followed by the Page of Cups, which is just essentially the same thing. Maybe you're taking up writing, poetry, you're journaling, anything to heal your mind. This is a huge mind healing, or it could be physical healing for some of you, a journey that you're on, followed by the Hermit again. You guys are in meditation mode. You are in solitude. You're in a period of self-discovery, spiritual discovery, and healing. Some of you guys are coming off of an addiction, and you went, this card here would be you going into rehab. You went into rehab, and you're out of rehab. Some of you guys, this could be criminal activity. Maybe you just came out of jail, because we did have that courthouse card clarifying the message, and you rehabilitated. It was just a bad idea, maybe peer pressure when you were a teenager. Maybe you stole something, or you broke into someone's home, and then you got sent to juvenile detention, and you came out. So now you're an adult. Maybe this happened when you were 16. Now you're 21 or something. Anyways, you know what it is. Make it resonate for you. But now you're in solitude. Some of you guys are on probation with this hermit mode card here, right? You can't really go anywhere, but basically you are trying to start fresh. You're trying to start new. And you guys are really staying focused on healing and moving on with your life and actually making something of your life. So maybe getting back into the job market after you went through this period of depression where you had to be on unemployment, or if you had the physical disability, maybe you were receiving disability checks, and now you're slowly recuperating and just getting back into the flow of things and getting back to the point where you can actually be a functioning member of society and where you can actually be your best self, be better than you were in the past, where you're coming out of this period of trauma, of hurt and pain, and it's just a deep healing. So congrats to you guys. Good on you for really doing this inner work. And if you feel sometimes that it's not working, one trick to do is to just think about where you were that same day or that same month 1 year prior. Think about your mental state a year prior to today, or to whenever you may be feeling that this is not working. And you're actually going to be astonished at how much progress you've actually made. Sometimes when you don't pay attention to that, you just look at things on a day-to-day basis or week by week basis, and you have your good days and your bad days. Sometimes it might feel like you're taking a step forward and then a step back. But if you jump back a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and compare it to where you are today, you're actually going to see the improvement. So good on you guys for really doing this. So yeah, this reading, it's about how you're going to meet your next romantic partner. It's not about this, but this is a big backstory that really had to come out, because this is how you're going to meet your next romantic partner. In this journey of self-discovery, of personal development, of bettering yourself, you are going to take up some sort of course with this Eight of Pentacles card here, followed by the Three of Wands. You're going to take up some sort of class, some sort of course, some sort of workshop, some sort of community get together, some membership to some community program, some private classes for something. Maybe you're going to go on a retreat with a bunch of like-minded individuals. Maybe it could be a meditation retreat. There's something that you're going to partake in with other people. It could be an online thing. It could be in person. It could be traditional school, college, university. It could be, for some of you, I'm seeing this, it could also be therapy. So actual therapy sessions with a therapist, a psychotherapist or a psychologist or a psychiatrist. So, but I feel like for the majority of you guys, you are going back to school because you want to get back into society. So maybe some of you guys, like I said, if you went into juvie when you're 16, you're coming out, you don't have any skills, you might be going back to get your GED, then you're going off to college or something like that. So there's something about updating your skills, or updating your skills like for the job market directly, or it's some sort of personal development class or a physical education class, like a gym class or a like Pilates class or Zumba or like something like that, or like some art class, a writing class, just some course or community group or volunteer group or something along those lines that you're going to get involved in, and you are laying the foundations. The reason why you're going to do that is because it's going to lay the foundations for something in your future. Oh, sorry, I'm bumping into the crystals. Okay, it's going to lay the foundations for something in the future. So this is, a college course would be very indicative of that. But anything of the aforementioned examples I gave along those lines, and even if it's just meeting new friends, right? So if it's like an anime group or a chess club or something like that, it's going to help you to meet new people and maybe your career directly or just your personal development. So you're going to meet someone in that class or that group or that community program or whatever it is, the retreat, whatever it is. You're going to meet someone. Now, this person is very mature. They're coming off as a King of Swords. They're very mature, but because they're coming off as a King of Swords right next to this Nine of Swords, it took, like, I was looking at this combination and I was trying to figure out, are they your therapist or are they also having their own mental issues as well? Now, I feel this could go almost either way. Some of you guys are going to start your next romantic relationship with someone who's mentoring you, like your therapist or your self-help mentor, right? Or your teacher or your professor at school. That is, if you resonate with that being what you're taking over here with this Eight of Pentacles, that's who you're, or it could be a fellow classmate, but someone who has been there longer than you and has more experience. But for others of you, this could be like some sort of community group where you guys all come to help each other, like Alcoholics Anonymous. And this could actually be one of the people there who volunteer to one of the leaders there, or one of the veterans there who have been going and helping with that group for years. Someone who got over what you got over. So regardless, I feel like this person has been through something very similar to what you have been through. And you guys are going to be able to share your experiences, and you guys are going to be able to bond in that way because you guys are both bettering yourself. But this person is years ahead of you. This person has already, for the most part, gotten through it. They're still going through some things because we have the Nine of Swords right next to him. So, but nothing is in reverse here. He's not in reverse. I still feel like he is going to mentor you in some sort of way, and he's coming out as a king. He still, even though he may still have some issues that he's going through, he has gotten a handle of the issue. He's gotten a handle of it. So he is going to assist you in getting a handle of your own situation. So he could be a veteran in this group, a longtime member, the leader of the group, the teacher, professor, a coach, or just someone who's going to, you guys might be paired together to do some sort of group project within this group, and he's going to be like your mentor, your coach, or something like that, and that's how you guys are going to meet. So crazy, I know, but let me know if this resonated, because I'm really interested with this group. Good on you again for doing all of this work. It's really paying off, and this person is going to also help further your healing, and you guys are just going to come together. And I feel like at first you're going to come together as friends, and as him mentoring you in a way, and it's just going to develop from there. You're going to have so much in common. You're both going to understand each other. No one's going to look at the other person and think that they're crazy. There's going to be no judgment. You guys are going to be able to talk a lot, and you're going to share a lot with each other. And this person has really done a lot of their own mental healing, so they're going to be able to help you with your mental healing, okay? So those are your messages. I hope that helped you. Let me know, and I will see you in my next reading. Hello, pal number 3. Welcome to your reading. So, how will you meet your next boyfriend or girlfriend? So, you guys had a job before, or a career that ended. And as a result of that ending rather abruptly and going through a short period of poverty and unemployment, you decided to take up some new employment, some new career field, and for the majority of you guys, you decided to start your own business. You devoted more of your time to your hobby that you were already passionate about anyway after you lost this job, or maybe you were temporarily laid off. And it started to pick up faster and more than you actually had anticipated. Maybe you were just seeing, hey, let's see if this works. Like, for example, if you decided, let me just start a YouTube channel. And before you knew it, like, you were getting like thousands of views and you even got monetized. So, or maybe you're like, I always like making these little clothing pieces or these little bow ties or whatever. Let me just open an Etsy shop and just see if they will sell. And then, you actually got more financial feedback from customers and more positive reviews than you had originally anticipated. And if you might feel like this is not resonating, it's because it's going to happen soon. So everything else should resonate. The having lost your job, or being temporarily laid off, being temporarily unemployed, and changing careers, changing your focus into some new hobby. And I really feel like if it hasn't already financially paid off, it will extremely soon. But I really feel for the majority of you guys, it has already started to pick up more than you thought it would. And you're already getting paid to do this thing that you thought would not really be able to replace your old job, your old income. So for romantic partner, the next one, he or she, and I'm probably going to call him a he because we have the Emperor here and then we have the Queen of Wands here as you, but just change the genders to fit your situation. He comes off like a business owner or a manager of a company, someone who has employees underneath him. And he could actually already be your boss, but I highly doubt it, unless you have to be working in another department. He's not going to be your boss directly. At the very least, if you work, say you switch from this old job to this new, say this is it's not a business, but you're working for someone else, but it's more financially lucrative than the old one. Maybe you're getting paid commission or piecework or something like that, or you're getting bonuses and overtime or something, and it's just more satisfying to you than that old one that you lost. But I don't think you've met him. You have not met him, but he seems to be either currently aware of you or he will be aware of you soon, just based off of the work that you are currently doing. He is going to find you. And so, like I said, he is a manager or a business owner with employees underneath him. Something has happened. Either it already has happened, which I feel like it probably has, or it will happen. These are the events that are going to lead up to you meeting this person, which again would also explain if you the scenario that I gave you about yourself switching jobs and stuff like that. If something seems off, it's just because it's going to happen. Like, this is what's going to lead up to you finding or meeting your next new romantic partner, if you did indeed intuitively pick the correct pile for you. So his employees are going to quit for some reason, or some of them could be relocating. Some of them could quit because they want to spend some more time with their families. Some of them, their contract ended and he can't renew their contract for some reason. There's something about him losing a bunch of his employees. With 10 of Wands here with the right next to the 6 of Swords, I really see an employer or a manager just having his or her hands full because there was like a mass exodus of employees, or a bunch of employees who were all sick at the same time or something like that, right? Or everyone decided that they wanted to take their vacation at the same time or something, and it wasn't properly managed, so that wouldn't happen, or whatever. Or maybe everyone got pregnant at the same time and everyone's on maternity or paternity leave. There's just some kind of mass exodus that's happening with the employees. So he's going to be, or he currently is, overwhelmed. And he's going to roll up his sleeves and get the work done. Some of you, I'm picking up, he could own or manage a cleaning company, and you could have started your own cleaning company after maybe being fired from a housekeeping position. But I'm just picking that up. This is a general reading that could just be for a few of you, which it probably is. So he's going to, like I said, he's going to roll up his sleeves and start doing the job that his ex-employees who are taking their lengthy vacation or maternity leave or sick leave, or their contract ended and for some reason he can't renew their contract, or they're moving cities or countries or something, he's going to try to do their job. And it seems he's not qualified to do their job. He may be smart, he may be the boss, he may be pretty capable, but not enough to do this job all by himself. It's either because he can't fully do it as up to the standards as these people, or he can, but he can't do it all by himself because there's too much work to be done and he's falling behind. He needs help. He needs more people. This is where you come in. He is going to find you. And I don't see you contacting him. I really see him contacting you based off of something that you're doing over here in your own corner with your own occupation, your own career, or your own business, your own hobby. There's something that you're doing over here. You're making money or you're getting recognition for it. And he's going to say, you know what? She seems reliable. She seems talented. She seems organized. I need her on board. I need her help, or his help. I need their help. There's going to come a time where he, with this 10 of Swords here and the Emperor in reverse, he just can't take it anymore. He's going to try with this Page of Pentacles and the Star, right? And then he's just going to crash. And he's going to contact you. This Page of Cups here. Going to send you a message that's kind of heartfelt. It's like a plea for help. It's not going to be very formal. It's not going to be one of those, dear sir, madam, I would like to extend an opportunity. Like it's not going to be very formal. It's going to be like, listen, I've seen your work. I really admire your work ethic. I've heard great things about you. I've had great referrals about you. I would like to offer you a position here in my company, doing this, and that for this pay. I have a lot of work that needs to be done, and I need assistance. Like, he's going to tell you the truth. Like, he might not get into the dirty details of absolutely everything, not of course in the first email, but he's going to be something like that. He's going to be like, hey, listen, I need some help. Can you help me with this? Couldn't we merge our resources? Can you come do a temporary contract for me and help me with this, right? Say, for example, he owns a cleaning company like the other example that I gave, and you also do. He's going to say, listen, this COVID pandemic hit me hard. I can't keep up. You've been doing this for 25 years. I've only been doing this for 5 or whatever. Can you come help me temporarily so I can or can I borrow some of your employees to come help me fulfill these orders or something like that? Like, you know what I mean? It could be something like that. Maybe you actually have employees underneath you as well. But I feel like it's something that you specifically are going to do, but you might also have people who you're going to be able to send to him to help him with his problem. So he could be a competing enterprise, right? To your company. He could be in direct competition, or you could just have a skill that he needs at this moment in time. So he's going to contact you probably via a written message, but it could be a phone call or something like that if he has your phone number. But I'm this is coming off as someone he sees from afar, like a business wise. He sees what you're doing, your hobby or something like that. You could even be a musician or something, and he has heard about you, and maybe he has a bar and it's empty now, and he said, listen, my old band that who used to play every weekend, they just bailed out of nowhere, and I need you to come through. It could be like that, right? Or my chefs all quit. I own a restaurant. My head chef quit, or something like that. Please, I know you're a head chef at another competing restaurant. Could you come over? Or if you own or if you have employees under you, could you send me your sous chef? Something along those lines. Okay. So it could be you directly who he needs, or he could be coming to you to ask you to send some of your resources over to him to help him. So, yeah, I see you accepting it. It's going to be a heartfelt plea for assistance. He's not going to grovel, right? He's still the emperor, but he's in reverse right now. He's on his head. So, and has 10 swords in his back and 10 wands over here. So he's overwhelmed. He's an emperor, but he needs to delegate. It's like, imagine a king who has a kingdom and realizes that he or the queen, whatever she or she, can't govern the whole kingdom by themselves. So they're going to call on some people and say, listen, I need governors, I need dukes, I need people, I'm going to cut out pieces of land, I need people to help me govern different territories because I cannot do this on my own. And maybe all of his old governors or old dukes or whatever all died, or they all rebelled against him or something like that. And you might be another king or another princess, prince, whatever, and another. This is very, I don't know why I'm giving this fantastical example, but maybe I've been watching too much, I don't know, The Crown, but you get the idea. Like, it's just, they're just saying, can you send over some resources, or can you come help me? Okay, I'm gonna stop before I start getting into like Game of Thrones or something. So those are your messages. I hope that helps you. Let me know, and I will see you in my next reading. Hello, pal number 4. Welcome to your reading. So how will you guys find your next boyfriend or girlfriend? Okay, so you guys are older, more mature individuals. I want to keep this open, but I have a very hard time believing that you guys are under the age of 35. All of you guys watching this are over the age of 35. So you are either at the age where you are past the age where most of your peers and people in your society have already gotten hitched and gotten married and started their families, or you are nearing retirement, you are past retirement, you are divorced, or you have children who are grown and already out of the house, or maybe they're still in the house but they're grown. You have grown children. So any of those scenarios should resonate with you. If they don't, I have a hard time believing that this is your pile. But you guys, like I said, have grown children out of the house, you are divorced, or you're past the age where most people have already gotten married and you haven't gotten married, or you're nearing retirement or past retirement. So there's something about you guys having to step into your power, because we have this card that literally says stepping into your power, you are strong beyond measure. And then we have the 7 of Wands card here that says stand up for yourself and your beliefs, have confidence, challenge those in power, but also choose your battles wisely. Someone is fighting you about moving on and finding a new romantic partner. And I'm picking up that it's probably your children or your family or something like that. So I don't want to spend too much trying to figure out who or what is causing these issues, or who is or are trying to stop you from moving on with your life. For those of you who resonate with being divorced, maybe you feel bad. Yeah. Okay. As soon as I said that, I really felt it. Some of you guys, you feel bad because your children, maybe they're not super grown yet. And, you don't want to bring a stepdad or a stepmother into the mix because you feel like they're going to resent you for having divorced their other parent and then bringing in a new person into the mix. You guys are too focused on other people and what other people think, and it's coming off as family, children, ex-romantic partners, like your ex-husband, your ex-wife, some of you even your parents or something like that, which usually your parents would want you to get married, but they could be restricting you in some way. Like maybe they're saying you have to get married to someone who looks like us, who speaks our language, who lives in our city, who's from our town. You know, maybe they're putting a lot of restrictions on you, and you tried to listen to them and you dated everyone in your damn town who spoke your damn language and who looked like you. And now you're 36 years old and you're just like, listen, mom and dad, this is obviously not working. So I think I need to expand a bit, right? And there's still some pushback from them for some reason, even though you're past the age where you should have already gotten married based on societal expectations. They still don't even want you to expand. They don't want you to bring home someone who doesn't look like them and who's not like them. So it could be any of those variations for you. This is a general reading, but that would be a good example if you would resonate with actually being under the age of 35. Because if it's your parents who are restricting you, then it could make sense in a way, but you would still need to be older than the marital age, or getting past it based on your country and your society, whatever they say, and where you currently are. So, you know, for some person in one side of the world, that age would be 36 for a female, for example. And for someone else, it might be 26, just on the other side of the world. And for someone else, it might be 21. And by the time you turn 21, they're just like, why don't you have a fiance yet? Like, you know what I mean? So that's the only variant for the whole having to be over 35 thing that I said at the beginning of this reading. Anyways, so you guys are all stepping into your power. There are people who are trying to restrict you, and or you yourself are putting restrictions on yourself. Because you are too worried about what someone else might think, even though they haven't actually said that they object to you moving on. So you might be thinking, oh, how would my kids react if I started dating again? You know, have they said anything to you? Have they expressed that they don't want you to be with someone new? And even if they have, you're a grown-ass woman, you're a grown-ass man. And I really feel like for most of you guys, your children are at least teenage years, if not adults already, because I'm not picking up really small children. But again, this is a general reading. Anyways, the point is, you guys are going to be stepping into your power. This is what's going to lead to you meeting this other person who is about the same age as you and who is going through a similar situation as you. But I feel like one person is going through this more than the other. And I'm really leaning on the female going through this. I mean, of course, societally, it makes more sense. People tend to put more pressure on females, more restrictions on females. And also females ourselves usually tend to be more aware of what other people might think and other people's feelings when making decisions. So this is most likely it's a female in this group who's resonating with these issues that I was speaking about, but it could also be the male. But you have a male over here who, this is your next romantic partner. They are away from you, which is again why I was picking up some of you guys. It's your parents who are telling you, don't bring me someone who's not from our country. You know, if you're Romanian, don't bring me someone who's not Romanian. Don't bring me someone who's not Italian, etc., etc., etc. This person is not from your country, or they're not from your city. They are not in your vicinity. They are abroad. They're further away from you. We have pathways, we have distant horizons. This person is far away from you. You guys are probably going to meet online. That's how you guys are going to meet online, probably through a dating app or a dating website or something like that. There is a possibility that you could have someone who kind of hooks you guys up, like a mutual friend, but for the majority of you guys that's not the case, because I'm not really picking that up heavily in this group. But of course that could be for some of you, but majority of you guys, it's through some sort of dating app, or it could be through social media or something like that. Maybe you stumble on their profile, or they stumble on your profile, and you guys are going to start communicating via the internet and the telephone at first, before you guys actually meet face to face. And in order to meet face to face, like, you guys are going to have to Skype and FaceTime, and one of you guys are going to have to travel to the other person's country or province or something in order for you guys to meet face to face. But I really feel like you guys are two completely different nationalities. So you're not happy in the situation that you are with this Five of Pentacles here, but this person, this new romantic partner, they're like the Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like you're stuck with your family, who are telling you you're too old to date again. Maybe that's why I said a lot of you guys are like past retirement age. You're already divorced, your children are grown, and maybe they're like, oh, mom, don't worry about it, like, just live your life single. Like, some people are just a little, they don't get it. They think that once you reach a certain age, you don't want to be with someone anymore, or you shouldn't want to look for someone anymore. But I see you literally hopping from the Five of Pentacles situation to the Nine of Pentacles situation, which is like night and day. And it could also involve money, but I feel like it's more cups energy that I'm picking up from this group. It's more about the emotions and your ultimate fulfillment and happiness and contentment more than the money. But I also feel like this person is going to come with a little bit more money and financial stability. They're going to have a house that you can move into. They're going to have a good retirement fund or a good income coming in that you can be able to live off of, or that's going to supplement what you can bring to the table. You're going to be more comfortable in this person's home than you are in this current home that you're living in. Like I said, some of you live with your family. You're going to be more happy here with this person. Even if some of you, it's your house, your children are moved out or whatever, you're going to be more happy with this person. I do see you moving in with this person pretty quickly. And it's going to be a big leap. Like, be prepared to move to a totally different country, probably, or at least a different like province or state or something like that. This is going to happen very quickly. Very decisive. This person meets you and you meet them, and you guys are going to know right away that you guys are meant to be together. It's like love at first DM, pretty much. Love at first message. That's what it is. It's insane with this Judgment card right next to it. It's like you guys feel like you are meant to be together. Like they're your soulmate. Finally, your soulmate arrived. Even if they arrived when you're 65 years old, at least they finally arrived, right? That's how it's going to feel when you meet this person. Finding sanctuary. Again, with this Nine of Pentacles, like I said, this person's going to be your sanctuary. This is going to be your new home abroad. Totally different country, totally across the country. This is going to be your new home. You're going to stand up for yourself. You're going to take back your power. You're going to tell your family members to shut it and shove it, and you're going to move on. And you're going to move on and find your peace with this Four of Swords card here. Right now, you're not very peaceful with this Five of Pentacles, where you're currently at, with these people trying to control you and tell you, oh, don't date this person, or maybe you should or you shouldn't, or whatever you should do. You're an adult. You guys are all adults watching this. You don't need to be worried about other people's feelings to the point where you're restricting yourself from your true love. So you're definitely going to find this person online, and you're going to, I see you, especially if you're the female watching this, The female is going to meet the male. That's how I see it. It could be any other way. This is a general reading, but especially it's whoever has the people around them who are talking in their ear and trying to restrict them, which I'm picking up heavily as the female. But if you resonate with that being the male, then you would switch it. But it's the person who has the people around them who is going to leave and move to the other country to be with this person here. Most likely the female moving to be with the male. Okay, so that's how you're going to meet your next romantic partner. You're going to be miles, thousands of miles away from your overbearing family and ungrateful children. And you're going to be the happiest you have ever been in years, okay? So those are your messages. I hope that helped you. Let me know, and I will see you in my next reading.